everyone, and welcome back to the channel, where we take those wild claims, those mind-bending questions, and we put them to the ultimate test. Are they true, or are they busted? Today, we're diving into a question that sounds like science fiction. Can a tiny ant with a brain no bigger than a poppy seed actually be self-aware? Do they know who they are? Do they recognise themselves? It sounds absolutely busted, right? But hold your horses. The truth might be far more incredible than you think. Get ready, because we're about to put the claim ants are self-aware to the ultimate true or busted challenge. First, let's nail down what we mean by self-aware. It's a big concept, right? For us humans, it's pretty clear. We look in a mirror, we know that it's us. We have memories, feelings, a sense of our own individuality. For animals, scientists often look for what's called mirror self-recognition. The classic mirror test put a mark on an animal that it can only see in a mirror. If the animal then touches that mark on its own body, it's a strong sign it recognises itself. Great apes, dolphins, elephants, even some birds have passed this test. So the question is, could an ant possibly do something similar? Now let's talk about the ant brain. We're talking about 250,000 neurons, give or take. Our brains, 86 billion. So it seems like a no-brainer, pun intended, that ants couldn't possibly be self-aware. And yet, ants are incredible. They build mega-cities, they farm, they wage war, they communicate in complex ways, they even teach each other. This sophisticated behaviour hints at something more than just simple instinct. But does sophisticated automatically mean self-aware? Not necessarily. A fancy robot can do amazing things without consciousness. For a long time, the idea of an ant having any form of self-awareness was considered completely busted. However, in 2015, a groundbreaking study by researchers totally flipped the script. They conducted a clever experiment with different species of ants. They painted a tiny blue dot on the ant's head, right on a spot called the clypeus, where the ant could only see it if it looked in a mirror. And guess what happened? When these marked ants were placed in front of a mirror, they tried to clean that blue dot off their own faces. They didn't try to clean it if there was no mirror, or if the dot was placed on their back where they couldn't see it directly. This wasn't just a reaction to the dot, it was a reaction to the dot on themselves, seen in a reflection. This is huge. This behaviour is a strong indicator of self-recognition in ants. They were able to distinguish their own reflection from another ant and realise that the mark was on them. This suggests a rudimentary but undeniable sense of self. So, what's the final call? Is the claim ants are self-aware true or busted? Well, it's not a simple true in the way we humans experience full, complex self-awareness with deep introspection and existential thoughts. Ants certainly aren't sitting around contemplating their anthood, but the evidence for self-recognition is compelling. They passed a modified mirror test demonstrating an ability to identify their own body via reflection. This means the old assumption that ant self-awareness was completely busted is now, well, busted itself. It forces us to acknowledge that self-recognition, a fundamental aspect of self-awareness, is present in these tiny, complex creatures. While the full extent of their consciousness remains a mystery, this discovery truly challenges our understanding of animal minds. So, while ants have full human-like self-awareness is busted, the claim that ants show signs of self-recognition is absolutely true. And that, my friends, is mind-blowing. It proves that even in the smallest packages, there can be incredible surprises. What do you think? Did this discovery bust your expectations? Let me know in the comments below. If you love seeing this claim put to the test, hit the like button and share this video with everyone you know. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.